What's up guys, we got another great video today with a lot of filament that we're going to be going over, a new sponsor, and some old 3D prints that I want to show off again. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Let's go. Here's brick red. Here's indigo, and you guys have seen it in past videos as well. Here's a great PETG. Here's their void black, which is very black indeed. Here's their white. A nice clear yellow, which is the TPU. We don't have blue here, but you guys get to see one of my most favorite prints that I've ever done. Here we can see some gray on this PBS 4 suppressor that I never got to put on my M4. When you're ordering a wide spec filament from Jinos, it can come in any colors, just like this PETG grenade that I made a long time ago. One big problem that we've been having with our printers this past month is the print quality and actually it not being able to print at all. So we changed a whole bunch of parts out, and I was really glad to see that Jinos' filament was not the problem at all, because I happened to go off over it with a caliper. Right here I have a Mitutoyo caliper that I recently purchased just for this test, and I saw that they were off all of them by a tolerance of 0.02, even though they advertised 0.03, but I'm perfectly fine with any of those, and actually I'm seeing great results now that that's fixed, and I know it's not my filament ever. This is a stock wheel for the GTR Sim Simulator that's expected to arrive in December. And I got a little sneak peek because I get to do a design revision, and I'm just wondering if anybody has any opinions. Since you guys are my subscribers, viewers, definitely let me know down below what kind of design you guys would like to see, and I'll go ahead and try to make it happen. Here's my little container where I put all of my filaments in that I'm not using. I usually only have one out unless I'm printing 2 things at a time, because I do also have an Ender Pro now. Every packet counts, so make sure you guys keep all the types of silica packets that you guys have, except from the ones from the beef jerky packets. I'm saving this first sample that Jinos ever sent to me for a special video one day. I'm gonna see how this holds up against 3 years of aging. Alright, this is all full now. Alright guys, here we have some functionality items, such as this Magpul Grip, that I have one on my gun, but this one came out kind of not good because my bed wasn't balanced, and I also didn't turn on supports at the time because I didn't have a fan, and it ended up drooping a lot and having some Z-binding issues here, but nonetheless it's 100% infill from here up to here, and afterwards it's 80%, and it's hollow in here. So this is a really nice grip. Files will be down in the link. This is an Airsoft Trigger right here, and it doesn't have to be made of carbon fiber PLA, but I'm a lot more comfortable putting it in an airsoft gun if I'm only taking one to the airsoft field. And nonetheless, this is the job, and it's actually a very strong return, so I know that there's some weight on here, so the carbon fiber will definitely be helping this one. Best here is this Carabiner Clip, and the reason why is because this is kind of like a benchmark for my printer, and I actually couldn't break this one. If you guys remember the one that I did long time ago in this same color, I was actually able to break that on camera. And here you'll see me trying it the most optimal. I'll give you guys a camera thing. If it breaks, it breaks. Alright, you guys missed out on my facial expressions there, but this one won't break. I've tried it off camera in a more comfortable position. It's not gonna break. Since we have so much filament now, I'm really comfortable with prototyping, and that's exactly what I did with the first design that I made for GTR Sim. So all that talk about prototyping and sponsor, I want to show you guys some prototyping that I did for myself. This is kind of the final result and look for GTR Sim's gear and RPM display, which will be displayed upwards. I kind of want your guys' opinion on that in the comments, so please let me know down below. This was the first ever thing I printed. This was just to check the heights and kind of give me a rough estimate of where I want to go with this. And after this, we printed the first shell including it, and I really didn't think about this, but I didn't leave any space for the pieces around. So this was a bust. Next thing, I started to worry about more of the covers, because the cover is very important. I thought, how was one piece going to fit with the other, especially since this is one of my first serious designs. Usually it's just something for a friend or for fun, but we got this done perfectly, and the only thing I could have asked for better was if this finish came out better, and actually it did in this one. So this is a newer one. You could see that it's a little bit longer and a little bit wider than this one. That's because the new backing of this is also to be printed soon. And it's also going to have a hole right here for the USB to fit for the Arduino. Yes, this is going to work with a SIM hub, so there's going to be Arduino unit in here, along with a meter-long coiled wire, or 3 meter long, whichever one you guys would need to put. But this is going to be a free DIY project for anybody out there to try. This here is a near perfect finished product, but what you guys don't see is all the physical and CAD modeling versions that haven't been gone through. So this took about 17 tries, but I'm going to show you guys here just a couple of the things that I didn't throw away. Yep, all of these have some sort of difference in them, and some even failed to print, and I got to test it and put it on still, and it still didn't even, it wasn't even the one. Here's a little creeper just for fun that I printed as a keycap, and this is actually someone's design. I'll have this in the link as well. I accidentally left my printer at 70 millimeters a second when it was printing something this small, and it still came out really good for me. And now I'm going to put the spotlight on a couple prints that I really do appreciate, and the links for all of these will be down below, as well as the filament links. This Magpul Grip is one of my favorites here, and that's because I couldn't get one because they were all sold out for about 3 weeks, and I just looked for a file, found it, ordered the bolts, got the filament color that I wanted, and actually I made it very strong. I could probably compare this to an actual Magpul brand grip. Next here is this Carabiner Clip, and I like this because it's a functioning model and it's so strong that we can just make stuff like this and use it in an emergency. Airsoft PBS 4 suppressor, I just feel like I need to make that known. Certain people are watching, and I'm just sad that I never got to put this on my M4. My next favorite is this smoke grenade, which I did see some on eBay, but I thought printing my own would be cool. Those do look better than this, but that's only because they painted it and they have the sticker. If I really wanted to, I can make this look the same way, and this looks pretty cool for doing cosplay. This wheel is designed by someone else, but I've had a lot of revisions to do on this as far as fitment, the casing, and a lot of other stuff. So I would technically count this as my own, but I can't because it's just a remix. But I've done enough on here to be able to be comfortable with its strength and its durability. This here is my most favorite, and I came to that conclusion after realizing that I didn't actually have to edit anything on here, unlike the steering wheel. And this just worked perfectly, and this was a unique design. You can see it's kind of like an X, which is cool, but at the same time I do prefer the roundness and the curviness of an actual 60 rounder PMag. But I was able to print this, and that's my most favorite part, is that this didn't even cost me a roll of filament. It didn't even cost me a roll of filament, including the power cost as well. So for about $10, I got this, including all the bolts and everything. Thanks for watching, have a good one.